Forget Yellowstone supervolcano. A new supervolcano is brewing under Massachusetts in New England. This is by Isotope Disclosed TV. Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Vermont are all sitting on a new supervolcano. Residents, along with geologists of the United States, have been focusing on the supervolcano at Yellowstone, but while they have been doing so, what's described as a huge mass of molten rock has crept under the northeastern states of the United States. Geologist Professor Vadim Levin says, "The upwelling we detected is like a hot air balloon, and we infer that something is rising up through the deeper part of our planet, and it's under New England," end quote. This essentially means that residents of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, along with Vermont, are all sitting on a new supervolcano. Basically, it's the whole area. New Brunswick, Canada, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Long Island. This has come as quick as shock, with Professor Levin saying, "Our study challenges the established notion of how the continents on which we live behave. It challenges the textbook concepts taught in introductory geology classes. The region was said to be geologically stable with no active volcanoes. Well, that's what we all thought up to now. Over the past, the region has been geologically stable with no active volcanoes reported," Fox News reports. "Therefore, the huge buildup of the magma is something that has only occurred recently. The huge buildup of magma is new. It has only occurred recently." While saying recent, considering the geological process's timescale of Earth, it may mean tens of millions of years. Professor Levin said, quote, "It will likely take millions of years for the upwelling to get where it's going. The next step is to try to understand how exactly this is happening," end quote. At the moment, geologists have no idea whether or not the huge magma bubble might make its way up to the surface and affect the people living in regions such as Massachusetts, New Hampshire, New York, Vermont, Maine, even New Brunswick, as we said. You can see the map. The molten blob might be too small to rise to the surface, or it has not had time yet. Geologists pointed out that the molten blob is lying under the center of Vermont, that it does have western New Hampshire along with western Massachusetts in its grip as well. Professor Levin says it might be that the magma blob is too small, so it might not rise to the surface. However, on the other hand, perhaps it had not had time to do so yet. For the time being, the residents of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont are holding their breath, but it may be future generations that have to worry, perhaps in another 50 million years or so. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.